What's up, my friends? Friday videos, always super popular. Flex Friday. That's right. I've got 5 picks for you, and then I'm going to dive in and find you a bunch of replacement picks for when things bump, because they bump so fast for my Friday videos. These have already been posted in Discord, so good luck. Let's go. No time to waste. All right, Donovan Mitchell, we're going to talk about him real quick. Honestly, I'm watching lines move on the sports books. This stuff's just going to get bumped. If he's healthy, if he is not too sick to play, and he's in there, it's going to be similar to my John Morant play yesterday. I think he's going to go absolutely nuclear. 6 games this year without Darius Garland. He hit 4+ threes in 5 of 6, scored 30+ in 4 of 6. One of the misses, though, too. It was a 28-minute outing, a non-competitive game. So give me a competitive game tonight against the Bucks at home. 5.5-point spread. Should be close. And over the last 2 seasons, he's actually averaged 33.5 without Garland over 15 games. That's pretty nutty. I don't know why this line isn't 30.5, 31.5, something like that. I think it will move in that direction. Look at Pinnacle, -133 to the over. DK, -140 to the over. MGM is where I posted it inside Discord. That was my official pick for my Discord users. It was Donovan Mitchell over 20.5, -120. You can snag it on Fliff, -130. If you want to drink that little juice, that's fine. It's a little sippy cup. Or you could parlay it with like the Buffalo Bills money line, and that'll drop down to, I believe I looked at it, it was earlier this morning, but I believe it was like -102. It was pretty nice. So give that a look. Matchup wise, the Bucks are giving up the 4th most points per game to opposing point guards this season, and 13 out of the last 15 point guards have hit the over on their points prop. Let's go to pick number 2. Sliding over the NFL, baby. We're going to Patrick Mahomes over 35.5 pass attempts. Really like this one. And a lot of this has to do with the fact that they can't run the football. I think McKinnon is also hurt too. They're missing bodies, man. They're missing bodies. And on the side, I wanted to bring it up. I wanted to make sure I was correct. And yeah, Isaiah Pacheco has missed practice all week so far. It's Friday, so we'll see if he goes out there. I will say this, even if he does play potentially limited, just like he was last week, which puts Patrick Mahomes at 35.5 in a very interesting spot. I'm going to bring up the optimizer. You guys have free access to this. Just go to mysprary.com. What I'm going to show you now is how I suggest you should use it. You see a tweet from me, a tweet from one of your favorite cappers, my YouTube video, my Discord post, whatever it might be, and you're like, you know what? I want to play that bet. Here's what you do. You go to mysparry.com. Very simple. You type in the player name, Patrick Mahomes. There you go. It brings up every single market for PrizePicks, for Underdog, for Parlay Play, for Sleeper, Fliff, DK, FanDuel, Caesars, BetMGM, and Pinnacle. I'm going to scroll down. There it is. Passing attempts. I can see right now, PrizePicks 35.5 bumped on Underdog. Very good sign. You usually see this, follow this. And then you have juice right here on Fliff, -140. Again, you can parlay with the Buffalo Bills if you want. Looks good here on DK, -125. And Pinnacle, a nice heat check right here. Always looking to Pinnacle and always looking to FanDuel. What are they doing with their prop markets? Most of the money that goes there ends up following here. So when you've got a line that's juiced on Pinnacle at over 35.5, -137, and then you have FanDuel saying, you ain't getting it at 35.5. We're forcing the 36.5. These books are going to get juiced. I bet DK, I bet Caesars and MGM are -140, -150 by tomorrow, maybe potentially all at 36.5 with FanDuel, or FanDuel moves down to 35.5, but is super juiced. Pinnacle is probably going to move up as well. So Mahomes right now, a nice value. And again, a lot of that just has to do with the fact that there's potentially no Pacheco. And this season, he's been over in 10 of 15 games. They just can't run the football. I can't envision them all of a sudden grounding and pounding with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They know who he is. They just know. They know who he is as a football player. He's not somebody they can turn around and give him the football 20 times. So I've got a really good feeling that we are going to see a heck of a lot of throwing this week. Even if it's inconsistent, even if it's inefficient, I think that we see his 11th game out of 16 where he's hit the over. And if it makes you feel any better, at home, he's actually hit the over in 6 of 8 games. Now, this next one, I need this one. What is this called? Devil? Is this the devil? Demons. I need this pick right here because Jahmyr Gibbs right now, plus odds on sportsbooks, by the way. Let's take a look at this. I love this. In fact, I took Jahmyr Gibbs and I posted it inside Discord. I believe it was like plus 125 odds to score a touchdown when I snagged that. I mean, his rushing touchdown prop, look at that. I mean, you could get this on Fliff right now, plus 190 for a rushing touchdown. Look at this, plus 135 for an anytime touchdown on Fliff. This was Caesars, plus 138. Just tremendous opportunities for Jahmyr Gibbs here to score a touchdown. And yeah, and I want that. I want that multiplier on PrizePicks because I like the matchup. Dallas, my friends, we know cannot stop the run right now. So that puts this nice little multiplier upside in play for me, as this kid has also been red hot in the red zone. He has scored 2+ touchdowns in back-to-back games. He has scored a touchdown in 7 of the last 9 games. He is scoring at will right now, and I love it. I love it. His snap rate continues to climb. He's over 50% now on the season. He's getting the opportunities. His rush attempts, he's been at 8+ in every single game since the first 2 games of the year. He's been at 11+ in 3 straight and in 7 of the last 9, which coincides with the touchdowns upside. So as he continues to get more work, as he is being really used correctly, finally, in the upside role that we know he can have, this is really solid. And his pass catch attempts, I mean, he has a few games here where he's had 5+ passing targets in 8 games this season. So give me Jahmyr Gibbs for a tutty. Now, here's where it's going to get a little tricky. I had 2 other picks this morning that both bumped. They both bumped. So I had to do a replacement pick. I'm going Raheem Mostert, and there's no multiplier here, and you're going to see Christian McCaffrey. And this one, check this out, my friends. I'll get to this in a hot second, but this didn't move it down to like a 6x. It stayed at a 10x because I offset it with the Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So again, touchdowns in 7 of 9, offset right here with CMC, and you can see it ends up being a $20 play for a $200 return, which is a 10x slip. And again, I'm going to give you some replacements too, because I know everything's going to be bumping due to this video. Raheem Mostert, listen, this guy, I have no clue why we're getting plus odds on books right now. I don't care that he's playing Dallas. I just don't care. He scores in the passing game. He scores on the ground. He has 2+ touchdowns this season in so many different games. I believe he's scored 2+ in 7 of the 15, which is just crazy. It's just crazy. He has scored in 12 of 15 games this season. He's going to be used in the passing game. He's going to be used on the ground. We have a huge game for both teams right here, and we know that, you know, Miami's going to try to get the ball to their playmakers. I think they're going to try to get Tyreek Hill a bit more involved this week. I think that Raheem Mostert's going to get a few more touches this week over Achane, who, listen, man, this kid is as talented as it gets. But we never know if he can stay on the field long enough. So I think we're going to get a few more opportunities here for Raheem Mostert, and I expect him to deliver. And I think the books do as well, and so do the bettors right now, as I've seen some, you know, player prop markets that are a bit elevated for a guy who's going against a very good defense. So be wise about what you're doing with Mostert. Matter of fact, as I'm looking on the side, looks like almost all his props were just removed this morning. So let's keep an eye on that. That does matter to me immensely. Right now, we've got the player touchdown mark. And again, you know, minus 105 on Flip if you want that. You could just go outright rushing touchdown for plus 120. And again, everything else got scrubbed. So let's stay tuned. Let's see what's going on with Miami. Moving on to CMC. Again, since this is offset with the Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown, which I really like against Dallas, and we know Dallas is susceptible to running backs gashing them and scoring on them. CMC against Washington is just an absolute lock and load. I mean, golly, 13-point road favorites. He has scored in 13 of 15 games. There's nothing about Washington that screams, be afraid, run away. So that is a nice 10x. Now let's go look at some of the other plays that I have in mind to be replacement plays this week. So we're going to reset the optimizer by clicking this refresh button right here, and it'll reset all player props, all lines, and everything I had done prior. All right, let's go. Going to go over to PrizePicks. Going to zoom out a little bit because it's hard to see. And I'm going to go back to the main board and check it out. Here's a replacement for you. D'Anthony Melton over 18.5 points and assists. Let's talk about this. And I have more. I have more replacements. Again, this is a loaded video. Do me a favor. If you like today's video, it's a special video. Like the video. Drop a comment down below. And number 3, turn the noties on. You don't want to miss. On Saturday and Sunday, I'm having my brother-in-law do some live streams with me. So one of them I think we're going to try to do in person. Got the couch behind me, got the professional setup and lighting. We're going to try to do an in-person stream on Saturday morning or Sunday morning. And then the other day will just be, you know, a normal live show. So Saturday and Sunday live shows coming at you this weekend. Make sure you tune in, but you're going to want those noties on. We either go live at like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. It's somewhere around there. I can't give you a promise. We both have very young kids, so it's very much, are the kids good to go? All right, let's go. Get on the microphone. Let's start streaming. So make sure that you guys hit the notification bell. And again, if you like all these picks, you like all this research, like the video, drop a comment, note he's on. Back to it. Let's make money. D'Anthony Melton. So I'm going to be honest. The initial play was actually on his PRA. Yes, that's right. I had D'Anthony Melton's PRA over 22.5, and I had no freaking clue. All of a sudden, and I think it probably, well, I know why. I don't know why I'm acting like I don't know why. I'm going to show you why. I posted this in Discord at 8:19. It's 8:45 right now while I'm streaming, and I will bring it on screen and just show you. This is one of my VIP picks this week. Let me blow it up so you guys can read it a little bit better. This looks like it's big enough. D'Anthony Melton over 22.5 PRA, minus 120 MGM. You can read it right there in the screen. Over in 5 of 5 without Embiid, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 27 PRA in those games. Played 30-plus minutes in all 5 games. Matter of fact, over the last 2 years without Embiid at 30-plus minutes, he's been averaging 24.8 PRA over in 11 of 14 games. But Mitch, this is points, rebounds, and assists. Why are you showing the points and assists today? I don't get it. I want this. I want this. All right, my friends, here's the deal. Here's the deal. We're going to NBA. Again, use the optimizer, myspari.com. Type in MEL. Look at, you can see D'Anthony Melton comes up. There's different spellings because I believe Pinnacle uses a different way. And let's go look at his PRA, and let's look at some of his other markets and check it out. You can see this happened because I posted. I'm sorry. I did this to you. You can't get 23.5 on PrizePicks anymore because of me. Oh, I apologize. I don't care. Honestly, I'm happy my members got it. But y'all, you can still get it. You can still get it on Underdog. You can get it on Parlay Play. You can get it on Sleeper. You can get it on Sportsbooks. And check it out. FanDuel said, nope, no more money. No more money here. You can't do it. Don't do it. We're putting you at 23.5. You can get it on Fliff. Again, parlay with the Bills should be like a minus 102. Totally up to you what you want to do with your money. Now, on PrizePicks, if you want to pivot, again, Underdog, Parlay Play, Sleeper. It's there. You can take it. Oops, that's under. You can take it. Over 22.5 PRA. The pivot right now, to me, is right here. For whatever reason, PrizePicks, well, not for whatever reason, it got bumped because of my post, I believe, and every other line did not change. Points stayed at 14.5. Points and assists, 18.5. The assists, the rebounds, they all stayed the same. They're in line with every single DFS app and sportsbook, except for this freaking one that I screwed up for everybody. My most sincere apologies. But the pivot right here is points and assists. The hit rate is not the same. It's not as high. It just isn't, but it's still a pretty solid play. That's a decent pivot if you need a potential new pick. Now, this next one I'm actually going to talk about is going to be Cooper Kupp, and we're going to go to Cooper Kupp, back to the NFL side. And man, I really hope you're enjoying today's video. There's a lot of value I'm giving away, all right here for you. And this is a play for sleeper picks, baby. That's right. I really like this play on sleeper. Hear me out. Cooper Kupp has had 6+ receptions in 4 straight games. He's finally healthy. Started the season off with 8 and 7 in the first 2 games. Got hurt in week 3 against Pittsburgh. And then really, honestly, was just struggling for the rest of the next like 4 or 5 games. Or actually, it might have been the Green Bay game where he got hurt. And he took some time to get back into form, honestly. And we're seeing him back and well-rounded and back into form as he's had 8+ targets, 8, 10, 8, and 12 in the last 4. And he's racked up 6+ receptions, 6, 8, 8, and 6 in those games. And then listen, here's the deal. This is what I care about most. We have a nice long sample size to look at Cooper Kupp when healthy, when playing a normal amount of snaps. All right. So I just gave a filter of 35. That's like not leaving a football game with an injury. He's hit the over in 31 of 39 games, my friends. 31 of 39 games. New York Giants, off the top of my head, I believe it was seventh most receptions this year to wide receivers. They just are a team that just can't do anything. They don't have a good pass rush. They have the second lowest sack rate in the NFL. That's nuts. Second lowest sack rate, 4th lowest pressure rate, which means you got Matt Stafford, the surging Rams, who are trying to make the playoffs, in a good spot against the Giants. I believe they're also on the road, so they're going to have to keep their foot on the pedal. and keep that gas down. And I expect them to throw the football a bunch. Pass attempt volume is high for Matt Stafford, 33.5 current pass attempt prop, 20.5 completion prop. I like the over for that on FanDuel, over 20.5 as well. So that's a nice little parlay if you want to put together pass completions with Cup, 6+ receptions. I think that's not too shabby. You'll get yourself about a plus 155 on, I think it was FanDuel Sportsbook when I looked at it this morning. So I'm just giving away all the goodies this morning. Like the video for me, and drop a comment down below. Just help me out in the SEO game. It can just be a thumb up emoji. I don't care. Just help me out, would you? Like other people's comments. That's another cool thing. If you interact with other people on it, it also helps out the SEO. Get me in front of as many people as you can, and I'll keep hammering out as many free videos, as much free content as possible. My optimizer that I give away for free every single day, mysparry.com. Totally free. I've dumped $9,000 into this thing and I've left it free. I'm also dumping money into another tool. I'm having a DVP tool being created that will also be on the site. I have projections in beta mode, which I've given the link to my Discord members. They have access to it right now as we try it out. You saw it yesterday as it hit 2 10x sweeps, had a 4-1 another slip, and the other one went 4-2 on a flex 6. Yesterday, not as good. It was mixed success. That's beta mode. But listen, when you hit 2 10x's the night prior, you can give back a little money the next night. That's kind of gambling and how it works. So all this free stuff, all the things I give you, I just need y'all to help me out on YouTube. Like the video, comment on other people's things, like other people's things, turn the noties on, help me out. Let's see if we can find some more plays. I'm going to rapid fire now, okay? We're just going to do some full-on odd shopping as fast as I can. We're going to find the best lines, and we're staring at PrizePicks today, nothing else. All right, so last thing I need to go, click the highest, the lowest implied probability, and we're going to find play after play after play, and you could see them. I mean, they're right here on the screen. I don't have a lot of research to give you for defense and kickers, but feel free to look into those however you see fit. I do like this one. Stafford, 0 interceptions is basically the bet. And you can see a lot of the early values, always defense and special teams props. They just are. Yeah, let's go over to NBA. Actually, I care more about NBA. Let's get as many plays as we can in for today. You guys can do this on myspray.com and go look at NFL. So I just changed my mind live while I'm doing this. Let's get some NBA plays in here. All right, 2 things I'm looking for. Yes, there are 3 sports books, and yes, this is the highest implied probability. De'Aaron Fox goes under half a block today, 58.5% implied probability. That is the highest. But 2 things. It's only 3 sports books, and there's no FanDuel or Pinnacle. Again, I want at least FanDuel or Pinnacle involved, or if they're not, I want 4 sports books. So something like this is a better play to me. I'll take 4 sports books and have it FanDuel included at minus 146 as well. Because again, I think FanDuel and Pinnacle are the 2 sharpest player prop books out there. So the under 3.5 rebounds for Malik Beasley is a great play to me on PrizePicks. When I go to NBA and I type in Malik, you can see there he is. You got the under 3.5 rebounds for Malik Beasley. Quick little look at his game logs, under in those last 2, hit in the previous 3. Again, you guys love the trends. Not a good way to gamble, though. Being a trend better, good luck long-term being successful. I see people all over Twitter doing that. It just doesn't work. I think using filters matters because you can look at scenarios. But just looking at game logs without any context, good luck. Cleveland, a very good rebounding team. This one could be tough for them. Let's keep going, though. We're going to move on. Just want to find you as many places as possible. Cam Thomas over 1.5 threes. Check it out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 markets, and we have Pinnacle and FanDuel included. So Cam Thomas over 1.5 threes. You can blindly take that one if you're going to go by the optimizer. I do like to research each pick, though, so I'm going to go look at Cam Thomas for the 1.5 real quick. Brooklyn's got the glorious matchup against the Wiz today, so that already makes me excited. Cam Thomas has had a rough stretch. He's missed it in 4 games in a row. Prior to that, though, he was over in 13 of 18 games. And honestly, last game, I forgot. It was the game against Milwaukee. He only played, I believe, the full first quarter with Mikal Bridges. Then they pulled him. So it shows you how they view him as a piece of their future. So in games this year where he's played 25-plus minutes, he's actually hit the over in 12 of 18, so 2/3 of the games. And honestly, for me, it's the three-point attempt volume. Averages just under 7 threes per game attempted. So give me the over. I do like that one. I think that's where research matches the opportunity. And when we're looking at the matchup for the season. We know the Wiz are just reckless defenders. They're not good. This is not a good team. They're 5-25 for a reason. I'll take the over. Let's keep moving. Again, just do me a favor, hit the like button. Again, I'm looking for 4 sports books or FanDuel or Pinnacle involved, so I'm kind of passing up, a lot of these different lines. You guys can feel free to research these how you want, or wait for more books to drop data and then start taking more plays by all means. Dame dog here over 6.5 assists. We got Pinnacle -135, Flip -150, -130 on FanDuel and DK. Not terrible odds. Look at this. Look at that. Man, hold on. Y'all can play this if you want. Dame Lillard on PrizePicks, a fine option per the math. Look at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander rebounds right now on FanDuel. This is one of my favorite ways to use the optimizer. While I'm just scrolling through, I'm looking for outliers. Look at this. He's 20 cents cheaper on FanDuel than every other book, -135 or higher. Let me go look at the data for you. They're playing Denver, and Oklahoma is on the road tonight. Denver's second leg of a back-to-back. Last game at Denver, Shai had 6. Game prior at home, had 4 against Denver. He's had 6+ in 6 of the last 7 games. Let's say today is very competitive, and we're looking at Shai, and we're going to give him, we'll give him 30+ minutes today. It's not a bad line. He averages 6.1 rebounds per game in those games where he plays 30+ minutes. I think my favorite part about Shai this year is that whenever the games have been competitive, the kid's averaging 37 minutes per game. I mean, he is up there in minutes this year. So let's say we've got a very competitive game against Denver and he's playing that many minutes. I think that is a fine option. And honestly, it's just a value pick. So if you want to grab the over 5.5 on FanDuel, bang, there it is. Damian Lillard, let's go back and look at him. We got the matchup today against Cleveland. Again, 5.5-point road favorites. So that's always nice to see. I think that's also indicative of the fact that we probably are going to be seeing Donovan Mitchell. If we didn't have Mitchell, Mitchell without also Garland and Mobley, I can't see Cleveland being 5.5-point underdogs. I would see them being like 8.5, 9.5-point underdogs at home. Listen, Damian Lillard had trouble in the beginning of the year. First 5 games, 6 or fewer. And he had 6 or fewer in 7 of the first 8. Throw those away. Let's say they finally are comfortable together. All right. They're ready to rock and roll. He's hit the over in 14 of his last 21 games. Not too bad, man. Not too bad. So that's another good option. So if you want to put in Lillard over 6.5, SGA over 5.5, there you go. You get yourself a flex 5. Let's just keep shopping real quick. See if anything pops up. Sometimes we're looking at this and we're like, oh my goodness, how is this available? RJ Barrett bumped up to 23.5. Some weird movement on this one. Right now, I'm kind of just looking to see if we have like an outlier where we see Pinnacle like -150, and all of a sudden we see it on PrizePicks, same line, and some of the other books are juiced up. I do like those opportunities. Here's one. Tyus Jones over 21.5 PRA. Again, Pinnacle -146. Really good odds right here on FanDuel, though. For whatever reason, these two are opposite of one another. The lowest versus the highest. Let's go look at Tyus Jones real quick for Washington against Brooklyn today. Tyus Jones PRA as of late has been pretty solid. He's had 23+ in 6 of the last 7 games. Brooklyn has not been good lately against point guards, too, giving the 3rd most points per game outright over the last 7. And on the season, honestly, Brooklyn giving up 26.71 points per game. That's the 3rd most in the NBA. So maybe Tyus Jones, 21.5, not a bad play here. I don't mind the 12.5 points today. Now that I'm really researching this a little bit, I might potentially even just take that outright. Honestly, the 12.5 points prop for Tyus Jones. But this is an interesting play as well. The over 21.5 PRA, if you're interested in that, has been solid as of late. Now, I'm going to be honest with you too, my friends. I'm truly not ready to pull the trigger on something like that. It's too early for that one. I'm not taking a Tyus Jones points prop at 9:02 a.m. Listen, at the end of the day, if I haven't found any more goodies and I only have 3 or 4 picks, all right, I might start reaching down a little deeper for picks like that. But there's too many superstars on tonight's slate, too many all-stars, too many lines we're waiting for, too much injury news that we need to see. Once all that comes out, that's when, honestly, you start to find some better plays. Don't force anything. Don't force anything. Hopefully, today's video was full of tremendous value. I gave away an actual slip. I gave away substitutions. I did some player props analysis. I looked at the markets. It's a lot of value. You can do this all day, every day on my website, mysprary.com. And if you want access to everything that I am posting and my other teammates are posting, $14.99 down below. Not bad. Pretty good price first month. I'll see you in the inside, my friends. Let's have ourselves a day. Let's get paid. Peace.